Hola. This hat is itchy too. All the hats I have are itchy, just if you were wondering. But I was asked a very question. I was asked a very question. I was asked a very kind of cool question, and it was if I was to just have like everything taken away, like all the money, connections, like everything, right? And I just got like plucked and taken to some like random market, and the only thing I had would be me, my knowledge, and my phone. What would I do to make six figures doing, I guess, whatever, but obviously real estate in a year? So, dropped in a random city. You don't really know anything about the city. You don't know anyone. You don't know anything. You're just you and your phone. You don't have your Facebook, your Instagram, nothing. It's just you and a phone, and act like you don't have any of the connections you ever had ever before. What would you do? So, obviously, I'd be wearing a sombrero with my phone, and the first thing I would have to do is get some wheels, right? So, since I probably wouldn't have a bunch of money, I'd probably try to find a bike, garbage pick it, whatever, so I could be mobile, right? Next thing I would do, very important, is essentially, obviously this is going to be real estate related. I would call every brokerage that had a bunch of stars, and I would call and ask for the top producer, the top agent in whatever area. Once I got in contact with those top producing agents, I would ask them what the best area is where everyone's buying houses in cash. You're probably going to have to talk to a bunch of agents, but essentially they'll probably be able to tell you like, yeah, all my clients are buying houses in cash here. Essentially, you're trying to get to know where the hot spots are, where a lot of people are flipping houses, right? So once you know that, I'd get on my bike, I'd ride it over to that area on my Google Maps. You know, you got the little bicycle guy, so it shows you the bicycle route to get there. And then I would ride up and down those streets all day, essentially. And I'd be looking for rundown houses. And yeah, I'd be looking for rundown houses, right? So I'd be looking for stuff that maybe is abandoned, maybe just looks like it hasn't been taken care of. And I would write all those addresses down in my notes since I didn't have anything else. And then later I would try to get a hold of those people that own those houses. A lot of times they're probably going to be out of state or not living there anymore, and see if I can buy those houses, right? While I was riding up and down those streets looking for these houses, I would also be stopping by every single house that looked like there were guys working at it, right? Maybe they were flipping it. So, or they had a dumpster out front, right? And I'd stop in and be like, hey, how's it going, guys? And I would ask if they're looking to buy more, right? And I would take down their information. Boom, I just have some buyers. So now I just got to find someone that's looking to sell their house. So essentially, I think doing that, in a year, you could literally make six figures, like easily, just wholesaling these houses. Just riding up and down the block, finding who owns those houses, and wholesaling them to the guys that are working on the houses, probably right down the street, right? So I thought it was a really interesting question, and it really kind of makes you think of like, okay, so you have like all this knowledge, what would you do to, you know, get back on your feet? Or if it was just like a TV show, fun experiment, right? You were given $100 and a cell phone and taken to an area. Even maybe you were taken to like not a different country, because real estate and stuff works different in different countries, but just somewhere else in the United States, right? Just some crazy state. But that's kind of like what I would do. And like thinking about it, that really gives you insight on a few things, right? An insight that there's so many people that want to get started in real estate and they don't, or they just have like paralysis analysis, and the only thing that's stopping them from actually doing it is literally just their comfort level, right? They just don't want it bad enough. Because if you wanted it bad enough, you could literally make unlimited money in real estate if you wanted it bad enough. So anyway, that's what I would do. And I think it'd be fun if you did kind of the same thing for yourself and just kind of think about it and see what you would do if, you know, you were just plucked from where you're at, taken somewhere else, like the little Google guy, you know, you like pluck them from the corner and like throw them somewhere on the street. You were just done that, but like in a different state. You know, it'd be kind of cool to see like what you would do. You just kind of like to think about and see how you got started. And that's like a great example for anyone that's getting started in real estate or whatever industry, to be like, okay, so this guy that's been doing this for a while, that's what he would do. So if I'm getting started, I should probably just ride my buck up, just do the exact same thing I said, and there's no way you can't be successful doing that, right? So, and then I would, you know, use that money, buy rentals. Obviously, I wouldn't buy anything for myself, right? I would just keep buying rentals, keep doing that until I got enough money, flip some houses. Once I had enough capital, because then I could make, you know, maybe more money or flip the houses that I'm finding, and then just slowly, you know, have it snowball until I got to whatever goal I was looking to get to. So anyway, hope that helped. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out anytime. And I'll see you on the next one. The button's not working. None of the buttons are working.